Yeah, we've gotten a fair amount into the game at this point, gotten 2 endings done. So, well, let's keep doing. Let's keep going. Let's do more. See what, if anything, can be accomplished tonight. Several things I want to do tonight. I haven't adjusted my to-do list, but I have accomplished many of the things on my to-do list. But there are still a few more things to accomplish on the proverbial to-do list. Why is Sentius highlighted? Oh, because I started over. Okay. So we got to get Galerius elected because that's cool. We still have to find the Greek plaque. So maybe we should ask Dooley about the Greek plaque. But maybe we should ask Dooley about it after we've set him free by getting Galerius elected. So that's a thing to do. Herculean task is collect the plaques. And then I still want to prevent the sin that causes the golden rule from happening. I still believe that there is a, get everything done well thing that that puts it all together. So that is the current plan, is try and get everything to work out correctly.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
Well, I've got some jobs for you.
Sounds serious. I'm listening. Yulia? Oh no. All right, I can do that.
We've got more for you. Ooh, okay. Wow, that's good. This is good on the list. More new things on the list. Great.
Poor Rufius too, I guess. All right, got it. All right, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
Tell Malleolus you know his real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and that Nero sends his regards. Then tell him to withdraw from the election and release his debt bondsman.
What? Are you... You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message.
Alright, good. Do the thing.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
I am excited to have that conversation with you, Galerius. But first, you've got plenty of work to do. Man, look at him go! Look at him book it! Oh, Galerius can move! Whew! I wish I was that fast. You don't have to pay for their freedom this time. Nope, not this time. This time they've got it figured out. Galerius 2024. Yeah, he may not yet be running for magistrate, but he sure is running. I will grant him that. Alright, so now we get to go talk to, what's-her-face? Equitia. And, request that Galerius... Guy's not gonna get Midas anytime soon. No, he could outrun a flying arrow. A fleeing Galerius can outrun a flying arrow. What? There's no Equitia. Where are you, lady? Maybe down here? Is there an Equitia in here? Yes, here we are. Hi. Will be unavailable until Galerius has finished his errands, I see. Do we still just want to follow Galerius around? That kind of worked out pretty well last time, right? Just following Galerius around and watching him talk to people and listening to the,
No time to explain. I'm supposed to give you the Silphium resin for Yulia.
What? Quick, give it here. I'm just going to help her swallow this. I think she's going to be alright.
Well.
You're amazing.
Is it a laden or unladen flying arrow, though?
Doing what the new guy told me.
Well, I don't know that.
Stand. How did... Never mind.
I'm just doing what the new guy told me. Every time! It gets me every time with the stupid... Alright. Alright, Galerius still has work to do. Go, buddy, go! No? You done? You did all the things? That was it? Hi. What's up?
Salve, Rufius.
Oh, waiting for Rufius, okay.
Your rheumatism has you so riled up you've been harassing Virgil.
What? My condition is...
I should have just ran with him. I should have just followed him the entire way.
There's no need.
I want to hear what his dialogue with Fabia
Use
is.
willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I haven't been at my best lately.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
You sure do. And run you shall. So good at running, this guy. Look at him go. Alright, so he's gonna get stopped up there and have a conversation with Domitius. This is new.
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Domitius, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are...
Hey, Mersh, how's it going?
I trust our business is concluded.
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
Away he goes! Wow, that was very suddenly Galerius in my face. Go run and tell Ulpius the good news. Run, 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 buddy! You can do it! Look at him go! Oh, Ulpius is just hanging out over here.
News, Ulpius. Malleolus has agreed to release you and Iulia from your debts.
What? Are you messing with me?
I wouldn't do that. You're both free.
We're free. We're free. Thank you. It seems fortune smiles on us after all. I'd better go and pay a visit to Iulia immediately.
How goes the game? Game goes well. You downloaded Jets of Time. Okay, cool. I'm excited to hear how that goes.
Citizen.
Alright, you're gonna go hang out with Iulia. That's cool. Galerius is stopping over here.
Iulia! I'm so
Welcome.
glad you didn't go through with it.
What's up, Lucretia?
It wasn't
I'm,
trying. And now Malleolus is...
I have a conversation to eavesdrop on.
Wait. Why do you look so happy?
We're free. Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
Galerius arranged it somehow.
Really? That's
Galerius arranged it somehow. Alright. Good enough.
a relief. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you,
Great.
Ulpius.
Alright, well that's going well. So, there are additional questions on my mind, which is, even if this all goes through, hello? What's going on in there? Ah, okay, yes. The decision to withdraw. That's great. Yeah, we still got a little bit more, rigging of an election to do. And, we've got to do additional things here. We've got to make sure that people are voting correctly. Or at least a sufficiency of people are voting correctly. And we also have to make sure that, What's-His-Face isn't just going to show up afterward and try and kill Sentius anyway. Alright, so that's good. That's all well and good. What's up, man? He's busy. Oh, okay. I guess he's waiting for this to finish playing out. Which, that's fine.
Citizens,
Oh, Galerius is just hanging out here. Okay, this is a good place for Galerius to hang out.
Withdrawn his candidacy from today's election, unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall.
So will he auto
Sentius will be
include
the
himself
elected
here?
Magistrate by default.
Actually, I'd like to nominate myself, if that's all right.
Of course, Galerius.
Perfect.
That's your right. Citizens, the election will proceed.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked.
Good news, huh?
How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
I'm a gift from the gods?
Oh, come on. I just did as you asked. The least you can do is level with me. I'll keep it between us. I promise.
I mean, I've already given him this answer, but, I don't remember what he said. I think he kind of laughed it off.
That's a shame. Now everybody's gonna think I'm some kind of oracle for knowing the future before it happens. No way of explaining it. Hey, maybe the patricians will start treating me with a bit more respect.
Yeah, right.
But then again, probably not.
Probably
All right,
not.
I'll leave you to it, friend.
Well, I guess that's that, isn't it? Okay, so we could get Equitia to start the election right now, but I want to go around and double check. Let's talk to people.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Yeah, okay.
Galerius. Sorted out my rheumatism. For the first time in a long time, I'm not in constant pain. Good man.
Yeah, good.
Fine.
That was all I wanted to hear. Thanks, buddy. Ulpius will vote for Galerius. That's fine. Almost assuredly. Is Ulpius still hanging out in here?
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's.
It's true. Is that a problem? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Feeling all right?
Yeah, mostly. No, I think I'm good.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
No problem. It wasn't me, though. It was Galerius. Galerius is the one. Galerius. Remember that name. Galerius.
Citizen.
Citizen. Fabia's alive. That's great. Who is Georgius gonna vote for? Hey, Georgius.
A fellow greetings. I'm... My friend, your words in...
Alright. Who are you going to vote for?
Did you know
Okay.
my young friend Fabia? The man is a hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
But of course...
Alright, well, that's all I really wanted for now. What am I on for the Greek plaque? I have to ask Dulius, okay. Virgil, who are you gonna vote for? Are you still voting for Ascentius?
Ah, a new face.
Salve.
Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life.
Ah, okay.
I'm glad you arrived when you
He
did.
heard about Julia's life being saved.
Hilarious, definitely. He
Oh,
put it
okay.
into the
So,
notes
he
that
knows.
has been
Excellent.
receiving. All right. Nice to talk to you.
So we have 4 confirmed Galerius votes. Dacius is a big jerk.
Hello there, friend. May I say, that is a glorious bow you're carrying.
It is pretty good.
Do you mind if I ask where you acquired it?
I stole it off a goddess. Okay. Actually, this is kind of a hilarious response. So, yeah, just tell him the whole story.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little confused.
Nah, not really.
Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia in Eclipse.
I'm the least confused I have ever been.
Sentius, I suppose. Stability is always good for business. Yeah? And what's he gonna do for me? He's nothing.
Is he?
Certainly. For a few thousand denarii. Nothing illegal about it.
Do I really want to?
Well,
We'll talk about it.
shame. Come back if you change your mind.
Wow, how much money have I given to Dacius over the course of this game so far?
Very well. Another time.
That would, in fact, be rigging. That would be a little illegal. All right, so we have a Sentius vote. We're at 1 in 4. Excuse me?
Salve and welcome. Need something?
You want to talk about my bow? Let's not talk about my bow.
All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem.
She said euphemistically.
Forget it.
Domitius presumably would still be voting for Malleolus.
Citizen.
No, Malleolus isn't in the thing. But even when not in the thing, Domitius still voted for Malleolus. That was kind of weird. Galerius can't vote. Who's left? Sentius is voting for... Sentius doesn't get to vote either. So we're on 4-1? That doesn't seem right. I feel like there's more people involved. Rufius is voting for Galerius. Ulpius is voting for Galerius. Georgius is voting for Galerius. Virgil is voting for Galerius. Domitius is probably voting for Malleolus. Dacius is voting for Sentius. So we're on 4-1-1. I think that's enough. I think that's enough to have the entire election. Why am I buying votes? Because Galerius obviously needs to win the election. Obviously. Specifically, Galerius needs to win the election so he can free Duilius from jail. And that way we can get the key to the Upper Cistern, which we don't really need because we've already been there, but maybe Duilius knows something about the Greek plaque? There's a whole bunch of story happening here. There's a lot of reasons for the thing that we're doing, and it's a big chain of logic. Okay, yeah, let's speed things up. Let's make things happen.
Citizen.
Where is Equitia?
I hope you're coping.
Coping. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Wait, does that mean Ulpius is up here somewhere? Saving is, in fact, a good idea. I agree. Alright, let's save and talk to Equitia. I have pressed the save button. And let's move things along.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
The pleasure of the visit. Election. Let's talk about the election.
By dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be
So,
between Sentius, the incumbent, and Galerius, the challenger.
And what if we just had the election now? Would that work? Can we do that?
As I said, I'm planning to hold it. Yeah. Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Okay. And as usual, all of the men go off and vote, while all of the women stay behind and presumably seethe. I would be seething. I did ask Georgius. He's voting for Galerius. I could still talk to Duilius. I don't think it matters that much. I don't know. I guess as long as I'm just standing around waiting, we can go get some money. Thank you. That's true. Dually can't vote. What is this get hyped emote? That's really good. 3, 4, 5. No Domitius. There's Sentius. Oh, I forgot about Horatius, who's definitely voting for Sentius. Okay, so it's still 4-3. Still 4-3, so that's okay. Put my bow away? I guess I wouldn't want to accidentally fat finger and shoot somebody in the face. That would be bad. And then Domitius isn't here. Oh, they're hanging out back here, ready to crash the thing afterwards. Hi. Looks busy. Looks busy. Looks busy. This is going to be a problem. This is still going to be a problem. So I need to figure out some way to make them not be a problem after the election is over.
Dacius?
Sentius.
Virgil?
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius,
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius,
The man who treated my rheumatism.
All right, so it's 4-2 here.
Citizen,
Presumably could be 4-4 if either of them decided to vote.
Galerius Helva.
What?
It's been decided. Magistrate
All right,
Galerius
so we can do that,
made a brief address.
but now we need them to not crash the party.
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here.
He sure is
I
speaking.
promise you, there will be changes.
Making sure that they're
My
not
first
going to
order
do...
is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Oh, they just walk off! Oh, good news. Alright, well, see you, Sentius. Time to go figure out what's going on with Dooley.
It gladdens my
Outrageous.
soul that Galerius had poor Dooley free.
Outrageous.
I will tell
Where was my bribe?
Where was my bribe? Oh, Dacius.
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer.
That's me. I'm a newcomer.
Offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home.
Achievement unlocked. Liberator. Nice. Hey, Vera. How's it going? Alright. Let's talk with Dooley.
Hello?
Look at the gate swinging. Ah, nice.
Magistrate Galerius said I should thank the newcomer.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the newcomer.
Are you the newcomer?
I am the newcomer. That's me.
Oh, it is.
How about me? I'm doing pretty good. I'm having a good time.
Thank you. You're a big helper.
I am. I'm a big helper. You hear that? Dooley called me a big helper. Aww.
I'm so happy.
It's this character specifically is a bit much.
You can have my shiny plaque if you want.
I do.
You can
I
have
do
my
want it.
treasure.
Maybe.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would. But then he died. But
Sad.
before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious.
I did? Did I? What was
He
it?
gave me a key to the cisterns.
What did I did? What did I did? I've completely lost the thread of this conversation already.
Please help me find it.
Okay.
Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust.
All right, well, I'll help you.
Here's the key.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Hope you find it. In the cisterns. Way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there.
Something shiny.
Shiny.
Oh my god.
Is it treasure?
I don't know.
It is treasure.
Oh my god.
I could see it for myself. So pretty. And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe nobody wants it anymore. Maybe no one will mind if I just take it.
What are you just taking? Dooley?
Don't you dare.
Wow!
For the sins of the one.
Alright, well, it sounds like this is a problem. Actually, I'm going to load, yes. Game dialogue is really quiet. I can up the game dialogue a bit. That's what the subtitles are for, though. We'll put him up a little bit. See if that helps.
Smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
So about the plaque.
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. So happy.
Wow. Yeah, he gets let out and immediately triggers the thing. That's so awful.
Then tell Georges I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Oh, the plaque is in there. I can just take it. Okay, that's important. Wow. And if I don't talk to Dooley, does he just go and trigger the thing? If I just never talk to Dooley, does he just go and... Or does me talking to him trigger the thing? Looks like he's waiting for me to talk to him. Yeah, Sentius might have been right about this one. Hello.
Oh, sorry. I don't remember things so...
So we don't have to watch that again? I think we're gonna have to watch it again. I'm sorry.
Thank you. You're a big helper.
Okay, we've been through that. You're welcome.
You can... And maybe you... My friend Hannah, but...
I did.
What was in there? Was it gold and pearls and shiny things? Do you... You think you could share some with me?
I don't know about that.
I'm confused. Hannibal said it was...
Guess he is a liar, Billy. He is kind of a liar, Billy, isn't he?
Oh. Alright. I trust you.
Oh, well, thanks for trusting me.
Look over there. Something shining. Is it treasure? Maybe it is treasure.
Okay, can we just not? Can I make you not do this thing?
So pretty. And it's just lying out here.
How about you don't?
Nobody wants it.
How about you don't?
Mind if I just...
How about you don't? How long can I play bouncer here? Can I make this work? Yo, where is he going? He's now going elsewhere. He's going somewhere else entirely. What has happened here? He looks busy. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't actually think I'd be able to bully him away from taking the thing. Alright, so now I'm on returning the plaques to the obelisks, and there's a fourth ending. I don't know what the fourth ending is. Well, I guess I know the fourth ending is the god, but I don't know what the third ending is. Yeah, I'm not sure that was supposed to happen either, Senna. I don't know where he's gonna go now, though. He's clearly going somewhere. Galerius did tell him to go to the baths. Oh yeah, I did, didn't he? I don't know where he's going, though. He's definitely having a problem. Oh no. I broke him. I broke him. Dooley looks busy. Busy breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Is he gonna go break the law? I can't I can't allow you to go break the law, Dooley. Thought you could stop Dooley. I was hoping I could stop Dooley. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I can't stop Dooley. Dooley is implacable. Well, so getting Galerius elected meant that Domitius and Malleolus didn't decide to immediately cause a problem with Sentius, so that's good. He's still going for it. This is unacceptable. Nope. Nope. You can't do it. You can't do it. We got... No! No! It's not allowed! Oh. I don't even know what you're taking. There's nothing in there.
Shall suffer.
Alright. I kind of think there's not a way out of this, so I am just going to treat this as a thing that has happened. Hey, lady. Too bad you suck at shooting. Ow. Okay, that one hurt. Yeah, I'm reasonably sure that there's not a way out of that one. Which means, getting a good day doesn't actually trigger an ending. Unless there's another trick to it, right? Like, if we go through this again, can I now tell Galerius that if he frees Dooley, disaster occurs? It does get me the plaque, for sure. That was just sitting in his cell with him for some reason. Why am I still beat up? Shouldn't I be healing?
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
How about you do some stuff?
I'm listening. Yulia.
Go take care of all the things.
I'll go.
I'm gonna follow you around for a little bit, actually, because that sounds like a good time, too. Whee! Yeah, I do have the plaque.
Tantalus cannot catch the drops of
So first things first, we go save Fabia? Fabia? Probably?
Fabia, listen.
Fabia, apparently.
troublemaker coming into the city.
I know, and I'll take care of him. Just go and hide, but not in the empty shrine.
Wait, how did you know I was headed in there?
No time to explain. Go!
All right.
No time to explain.
Thank you, Galerius.
It's such a good line. Alright, now Galerius goes and has a...
I'm no threat. You'll find what you're looking for in the avenue. Second building on your left. I've got to run.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
No time to lose. Alright, well, away we go. And then he goes save... Okay, then from here on, I've followed him around before, so I'm not too stressed out about following him around more at this point.
Greetings and salutations.
Salutations! I do love Georgius's accent. Alright, so... What else am I doing then? We're just on assembling the plaques and preventing the golden rule from being broken. So, I guess as long as we're waiting for stuff to happen, I might as well go at... Every time. I'm just never going to be aware that that's happening. Never. Every single time it's going to scare the crap out of me. God damn it. More money, thank you. Is it worth, like, going out and getting more treasure or whatever? feel like it's probably not. I'm wondering if we can convince Galerius to not free Dooley, or to do something to prevent this from happening. Or if there is just no possible loop that doesn't end with the golden rule being broken today. Which, honestly, is kind of on brand for the theme of the game. They're doing a lot about this personal accountability. Humans are humans. No, it's impossible for humans to live this way, etc., etc. But that means that I have no idea what the third ending is, because the fourth ending is obviously the plaque. I have actual no clue what the third ending is? Are you just hanging out over here, huh? You decided not to go suicide? That's good. So this is interesting. I don't think this is actually a way back in. I think we're not supposed to be talking to Nevia ever again. Which, I mean, that's okay. So, the first ending I got was, the very first thing that I was told was basically, I need to create a time paradox. Sentius summons me here because the golden rule gets broken. So if the golden rule never gets broken, Sentius would never summon me here, which creates a time paradox, which would take me back to my own time. But since Sentius is the person that summons me, obviously if Sentius were to die, that would create a time paradox too. So the first ending is drawing down on Sentius. You kill Sentius, it creates a time paradox, you get flung back to your own time, and everybody's mad at you because you didn't actually save anybody's life. The next ending is Escape, kind of. Although it's also, it also involved Sentius dying, so it was the same time paradox stuff, but with one person escaping from here and singing my praises. So it's a better ending. There's a record of something that I accomplished that's not completely evil and terrible. And that goes a little bit longer towards explaining some of the stuff that's happening here. I know that there's a third ending, and I know that there's a fourth ending, and I know that one of those two endings has to do with confronting the god responsible for all of this, which is this. Equitia said I might be able to confront and overpower the god of the underworld, but first I'll need to restore all 4 missing plaques to his obelisk in front of the Great Temple. So I guess that's my next thing to do if I don't have a clear line on what the next thing is. Not yet, Mersh. I'm still... the original idea was, like, the very first thing that we were told to do was prevent the golden rule from breaking, because that would also cause a time paradox. But it doesn't sound like that is a thing that's going to happen.
Citizen. But
there might be some other kind of way to get an ending that works differently from the stuff we've already done. It might still be killing Sentius, since having the golden rule remain unbroken feels like not a real thing. But maybe it's killing Sentius through some other method? Like, maybe it's talking to Sentia or Horatius and letting them know what's going on with Centilla? Not sure. But we do have 4 plaques, so, you know, worst case, we can just go do that thing. And,
a word they tell you.
Don't believe a word they tell me. Oh, okay. So we can definitely go do that and see where that leaves us. And figure stuff out based off of that. Once I have done that thing. Apparently we have resolved Escape, which is one of the other possible endings. But yeah, as it stands, there's definitely still a thing I know to do. So I'm not stuck by any means. I might mess around a little bit more before we go and commit to doing that thing, but yeah, there's still work to accomplish for sure.
Well, that's surprising, but thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
Go, Equitia, go! You're so not as fast as Galerius, man. Galerius is fleet of foot. Equitia, not so much.
Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate.
And the first thing I want to do is talk to Galerius and see if I can get him to not free Dooley.
I'd like to nominate myself, if that's all right.
Of course, Galerius. That's your right.
Oh, I didn't get the key this time, did I? I got the plaque, but I didn't get the key. That's a mistake.
The election will proceed.
Salve again, friend.
He's looking up at me because I'm standing on the wall. He's just like, hey, how's it going, person standing on the wall?
You already know
Oh, that's funny.
exactly what's about to happen.
I do.
You're a bit like Sisyphus.
Remind me who that
Sisyphus
is?
was a
Tell me
Greek
about
king
Sisyphus.
A long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a
Yeah,
great
we've heard this
force into
story.
Tantalus was made to... Oh, and Ixion was... Anyway, I don't know which god, so I'll tell... Oh, and I'm in the... Oh,
I have a feeling you'll do great.
now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? And if our conversations ever start to annoy...
Alright, but before you walk away...
Salve again, my Sisyphean friend.
Oh, that's nice.
Now,
That's a good
what's in your
greeting.
mind? Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means.
I don't seem to have a way to talk to him about Dooley. Which is the only thing that would break that part of the cycle at this point. If I could talk to Horatius about
What is it, citizen?
Scintilla? Oh, the talk about Scintilla thing isn't even an option anymore.
I'm a legionary of the first.
Fair enough.
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had. That's for sure. Treat your inferior. Can't ask for no. Well, by threat, if you, because it's.
We've been through all this before. Alright.
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Alright?
Maybe I can talk to Sentia? For sure.
Ugh, this place has become... Ugh, I wish Horatius...
Ugh.
Oh, you...
I did.
What? Is this some kind of crude comment?
Alright, so I haven't had the opportunity to talk about this with anybody before, but now that I can, maybe something can happen as a result.
No, surely not. Father, is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
Uh-oh.
I don't understand. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Because she found a way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because you're never going to remember any of it. All I have to do is commit a sin, and the day will begin again. Watch this. I'm going to kill you now.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
What did you idiots do?
Sentia is terrified. Well, that's accurate. Huh. I, really did not expect this to be the way that would go. Hi. Bye. Oh, Galerius isn't even running. He's just standing there like, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. That's gonna work out. What did I do? I told Sentia about Centilla, and she went to ask Sentius about it? No items. Aww. But that means that Sentius knows about that conversation I just had with Sentia. What's up, buddy?
Salve, friend.
Do we go through the thing? Yeah, I'm a little busy right now. This is not the way I need to go. I need to go this way. Uh-oh. Nope, everything's fine. Wasn't Tantalus supposed to be here? Oh, there he is. Okay. Who tried to kill me? Sentius. Or at least Sentius declared that he was going to try to kill me. That's pretty funny. Alright, Sentius, let's have a conversation.
Thea is proof of a degenerate mind.
I thought I told you to get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
Oh, we just can't talk anymore? That's new.
I thought I told you to get out of...
Huh. Okay, so no conversations left with Sentius that are worth having. Which is fair. Of course he knows what I did. That's the whole point of this. He better know what I did. Is he gonna get mad at me for looking through his stuff? This is still not a searchable chest. Weird. Yeah, that makes sense. That they just wouldn't want to have to put that together.
Another one fresh out of the baths, I take it.
It's true. Are you somehow interested in having a conversation with me? I don't think that's true. Okay. Well, that was a bust. Yeah, now that he's given up pretending that he doesn't remember, there would be a lot of state to remember. If he has to keep track of what I have and haven't done over the course of these loops. Well, we still know how to get to the cistern. We can come in from below. We can always go through the rigmarole of the election again if I want to get the key off of Dooley. Which will take a little bit of doing, but it's doable. I don't know how much it matters. It probably doesn't matter too much, considering we have a way in that's not through the election. I have the plaques in hand, so that's a very easy next step to go through. But I still don't have a good handle on what I think the next step is otherwise. What my other next step is. What else would constitute an ending? Some other time paradox method? Shame about Dooley, really. Do I have all the plaques? I do have all the plaques. Alright, well, let's do that. And figure out what's going on with that. And then, from there, we can figure out what the next step is, maybe. Hey, Rufius. Sorry to hear about your problems. Oh, Ulpius is going to commit suicide this loop. Well, bad news. I guess I could promise to talk to Malleolus for him. Even though I'm not just gonna give him... How much money do I have, actually? Alright, I have enough money, I don't care. I'll just give him the money. Hi.
All right.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh. I don't have a I need to talk to Ulpius prompt anymore.
No.
That's funny.
Yes. What? Please help him.
Good luck with that! I'm out of
Your
here!
life's in danger just as much as mine. Are you really just going to walk away and leave me with this? I see. Well, if we survive, I'll remember this.
Alright.
I am out. Wherever you are. Scintillum, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Thunk.
I can't believe he went through. I'll have to.
Was that my fault? I'm not gonna answer that question. Alright, well, unfortunate about Ulpius. Poor guy. Not my problem, really. Alright, let's insert some plaques. Ooh, look at him glow. Whoa. Something sure happened. Alright, well, here we go. Oh. Only one may enter. Oh. And one may then leave again if one so desires. That's nice. It's loading a whole new section. I see. Speak his name. Lots of ways to go. Okay, let's start with the oldest and see what happens. No? Oh, it does work. Okay, cool. I wonder if that changes what I see here. This doesn't feel like it's particularly different. I said do I say Nergal again? I could say Nergal again. So close now. I guess I need to do a different one this time? Alright. Now that we've done Nergal, let's do Osiris. No? Hades? Whoa. So Nergal worked for the first one. The second one needed to be Hades, I guess? I wonder why. And now we're in... Oh. Because this is like a Greek-looking area with the columns and everything? And now I'm in an Egyptian-looking area, so I need to ask about Osiris? That was a bug? It shouldn't have let me in the first door. Oh, I see. But yeah, okay. Oh, and this is where I need to ask about Nergal. Oh, so it should be going newest to oldest. I should have started with Pluto. And now I have to ask about Nergal. Alright. Blinding white light. Dangerous. This looks extremely modern. Fascinating. Why?
What?
Even more golden statues. Would you like to vault? We'll just have the bow out right at the start. That seems like a good idea. This is the white hallway from the start menu. Oh, I see. Remind you of the Ocean Palace? Sure.
And here you are.
Here I
Allow
am.
me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title.
God of the Underworld.
And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You're unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so...
Literally holding it right now, it's true.
For your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity.
Oh, lucky me.
Ask what you will.
What's your story?
My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to...
What with all the technology?
That is my servant. You would have met by the river.
Oh,
though she wears
Karen.
many faces
Okay.
and goes by many names. Kumutabal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later.
Okay.
And now, ask your questions. This is my beloved.
Oh, it's Persephone.
She has been known by many names.
I think she's not particularly happy to be here.
Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpine to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal.
He cannot know. Okay.
Gaze lingers too long.
Your gaze lingers too long. Ooh, he's a jealous god.
It is a matter of perspective. God is
Okay, so he's an alien? That's how this is working?
I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful.
You're not gonna say it was aliens, but...
To an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey. My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand.
Why do you care about our kind?
In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords. Desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow.
Oh, okay. So, by adopting a human shape, you became more human. Subject to emotions.
No. Long ago, I swore to Persephone that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that. As you wish. It has come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago. That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues.
This is
You
nuts.
see, long ago, my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet.
Why is it
witnessed
aliens?
Your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric.
Yeah, that fits.
You all but destroyed yourselves. Your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpine saw raw potential in you. Persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance. This time in our name.
Wow, this is a depressing outlook on humanity.
Condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia
and unimaginable in its beauty. It's pretty over the top, my friend.
Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind.
Oh, so she's actually a goddess, not a human.
Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from killing.
Okay.
And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium. No exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager.
Okay.
The terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in my part would be
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So that's the story.
To watch over you without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment.
As you create human city after human city.
Here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in me, so that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still.
As soon as it was aliens, you just kind of tuned out. Yeah, fair enough.
There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names. But perhaps you
Sure, tell me about all of them.
Our leader, Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Proserpina.
Hades gets the short end of the god stick thing is constant. Yeah, right?
As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape.
Cleanse them of the sins of their former lives.
And as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive.
Alright, so there's probably a convince Hades of something ending, and a fight Hades ending. That's my working theory right now.
To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from
1,000
a
tokens.
rare element at the time across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Persephone is along with it.
So that means that each coin is single use? That doesn't sound right.
It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, and his words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning. And in a series of incidents
that will not be repeated.
Escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
Fascinating.
Of course. That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing. That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished...
Feels like a weird punishment, but okay.
The self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife. A prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching...
Man, I don't know how much of this I'm actually paying attention to. This is such a big info dump. I'm kind of like a little bit tuned out, but I feel like I should go through all the dialogues anyway.
The ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold, and when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching, and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat, where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold. And I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin.
So the real question here is, what are we considering a sin, right?
The entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all, to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after,
Inanimate but
line the
conscious.
halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended in time with only their sight
Wow.
and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your
How is that? That's completely unreasonable, buddy.
sentence.
That's way over the top here, isn't it? Like, okay, you can't win the wager, so you gotta wipe the slate clean, I suppose. That's still a little weird, because doesn't that just reset the timer? Why does that prevent the wager from being won? Like, you've turned someone into gold. Other people are gonna be like, oh, let's not do that thing anymore. And they'll probably, I guess that taints the wager. They know that there's a penalty, so that you can't. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right.
I give your kind a second chance at life, as well as ample warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves. And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no, you destroy yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it.
Whew.
When my kin departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. A consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow.
A pretty epic victim blading, it really is.
The Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies. I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong.
Yeah, but you're the adjudicator here.
No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for.
Do unto others.
The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
It doesn't seem like you've been upholding it either. Lie! True?
Enough. You clearly know nothing.
I'll believe that.
I've always...
Okay, I'm gonna go through this again to pick a different option.
For you, perhaps.
I'm not gonna lie to him, though. That seems like a not particularly good way to go through it.
I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city.
Yep. He listens through their ears
and their eyes
and sees through their eyes.
If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
No reason.
Then what an odd question. Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example? The merchant. How is that inconsistent with the rule I've outlined? I disagree. Having watched this merchant, that is precisely what he would expect from others, and he would be quite capable of paying the price anyway.
That is what he would expect from others, okay. But expectation, like, so, but that means that anybody who murders somebody else, if they would expect that person to murder them in turn, is okay? That's...
Applying this rule always requires speculation to some degree. It requires us to ask what another person would want if they found themselves in another situation. Not if we're wise enough to know the mind of man.
Are we?
Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
Is that what I want? It's not what I want. I am right, and you know it. I want to be right, though. Do I want to be right enough that I'm risking... Yeah?
Then your desire to be right outweighs your desire to survive. You will make a fine
Uh-oh. Draw the golden bow. I'm not going to draw the golden bow. I'll draw the wooden bow.
Do you really think you can wound me, a god, with that primitive weapon? How dare you threaten her? This ends now.
Okay, I guess we're fighting.
Suffer for the sins of the One.
Where is her crown? I've done it? What does that mean for me? Does that do anything? Rewind time and show Pluto I have her crown. Oh, okay. Well then, away we go. I guess we're running now. Well, there was a lot of dialogue I didn't get to happen. Whee! Please no kill! Oh, I have extremely kill. That's bad news. Okay. Continue from last save. Do I have an autosave? Does he give me an autosave? All that high tech and he couldn't lock the doors? Yeah, probably. Well, that's a really tough run to make. Where is my autosave? My autosave is here. Okay. Oh, we need Nergal here. Okay. So I can quick save before we have this discussion.
And here you are.
Maybe.
Allow me to...
Oh. Well, no, okay, this is fine. I'm gonna go through all of the stuff that I went through anyway. Your gaze lingers too long. Tell me about the wager. There's definitely some stuff that only unlocks when I go through it.
That is merely the...
No reason. Alright. I guess I can also quick save once I break out of this, right?
Do you plan to speak in... You speak of the moneylender. How is that inconsistent with the rule? And he would never have signed a contract pledging his labor for 30 years. All he did was enforce the terms of a contract signed voluntarily by others. Ignoring your
irritating sense of moral superiority.
This is interesting. I'm curious. How do people escape poverty where you're from?
On the whole, they don't.
I see. And how long might it take such a person to repay their debt? I fail to see how your system of loans is significantly different to a debt bondsman signing over his labor for 30 years. Supposing you're right, then
All right, yeah, no, let's do it. Let's do it. If I draw the golden bow, I might be able to kill him. So that sounds like this is two endings here, right? Show him the crown versus versus actually kill him.
pathetic.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the One.
You vile, despicable creature.
Alright, this is not an easy run to make. Also, I am not good at dodging. Something has happened? You don't think I got the crown? Oh no, that's dangerous. You're right. The first time it landed inside the rubble. Well, it's a good thing I saved there. You do run faster without it drawn. Oh, I hadn't realized. Okay. Yeah, this is why I have the save that I have. Oh, I can just break it. Oh, she shatters. Wow, okay, no, that time I grabbed it. Great. Bye. Oh, I can actually hear when they shoot. So I can zigzag. That's nice. Yeah, this is a lot easier without the bow in hand. I should have realized. I like that they lock on. That actually makes it easier. Good thing they're not leading their shots. Alright, so we need to go here. Oh, I should have taken that also. Oh well. Oh, that worked out. Okay, cool. Do I have a knife? Yeah, maybe it works with Counter-Strike rules. Equipping the knife makes me run faster. And then I have to make sure I'm running diagonally and bunny hopping. Man. So many tricks to go through in order to unlock. Achievement unlocked. Super Looper. Loop through time 10 times. Oh, okay. Hey, buddy.
Salve, friend.
I'm a little busy right now. You can deal with your own things. I got stuff to do. This is a quicker way to the temple, though. I like that. Is Ulpius up there yet? I don't know if Ulpius starts up there. Or if he has to walk up there. Are the doors auto open? What's up, Ulpius? See you later. Alright, so we'll do this in the right order. We'll do Pluto first. And then Hades. And then Osiris. And then Osiris. Alright, cover your ears, Senna. I don't want this to offend your sensibilities. Nergal. So apparently the time loop circumvents this guy's knowledge? That's kind of funny.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. But what they will first. I would recognize that anywhere. And yet my beloved still wears hers. What is this? How did you come by it?
So apparently this is the canon ending?
You vile, despicable creature. Why would you do such a thing? And worse still, boast about it.
I could do this all day.
You have put me in an impossible position. If I refuse, you will murder her. And yet, if I agree, I will lose my will.
Dormammu, I've got the bargain. Yup. Yup. That's the idea? Oh no.
I do not see that I have a choice in this. Your treachery and savagery have opened my eyes like nothing
My treachery and savagery.
years. And now you have shown me your species' true colors. And I see that Proserpina was a fool to have ever believed in you at all. This has gone on too long.
Achievement unlocked. Psycho.
Go of this form.
Cool.
Of all of you. But know this. If I abandon the wager and leave for Elysia, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend. Very well. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated.
Well, yeah, I'm a time looper.
Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will
This is
become
another
is
paradox.
difficult
Yep.
to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time.
No, that's about what I expected.
Now,
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah, ready as I'll ever be.
You would best pray our paths never cross again.
Everybody seems to think that. You don't like this option for this ending. In what way? When you say this option for this ending, like, are there other ways to get this ending by selecting different dialogues? Where am I? This is Proserpina's Shrine. Or what was Proserpina's Shrine. What's up, Al?
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place.
You can reason why him
I'm
instead
fairly
of
certain
doing the
you and
crown
I are the
thing.
first people
Okay.
to set foot in this city for
Okay.
about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them.
It doesn't really
Then,
change the ending.
One day,
Mm.
just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared, said barely a word, and entered the temple of the mysterious god. This one here.
An oracle.
Demanded an audience.
Said barely a
The
word.
hostess
That's accurate.
Opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him and the other people who lived here?
Here in the
What happened to all
underworld?
the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years? I don't know, it reads like an earnest account to me. Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
Wonder if barely a word is different if I talk to him a bunch on that loop. I could tell him to solve all the problems first. That's actually interesting to know if we think that'll change things. Okay, and then this leads me to the same place I was in with ending 2.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody... You go on ahead.
Yeah, this looks like I'm in the same place as I was with ending 2, where I get to go out here and talk to Karen. And of course, we know how this goes, so there's not a real point in asking for explanations or anything here.
You're back. And
Ferry us home. 1 year later. Oh. This is different. It doesn't just fade to black. Fascinating. Where are we? Is this Virgil? Hello, Virgil.
Hey, you made it.
What?
It's great to see you.
No, it's Al.
I read your
You're
book.
looking very different.
What the critics said about it.
My
I
book?
guess they weren't ready for your theories about the underworld.
I wrote a book,
After
apparently.
everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet. And I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you. I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Wow. So this is the official ending, I guess? What am I looking at here? Oh, it's Galerius. What's up?
Finally here. Remember me?
Wow, still alive.
It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Charon appeared and told us she was returning us to
Can
the
I
world.
kick right now? I don't think
Gave
so.
us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation.
A little more than
I'm
that,
sure if
but
you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
hilarious.
I know. I can't believe my luck either.
Yeah,
But
that's
we're
how that's
engaged,
supposed to go.
we're
Yep.
living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there.
Okay, so my actions in some of the previous loops still counted. All right.
Oh, I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I...
You think it's just the last loop that matters, but I did nothing on the last loop.
Of course, there's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you, so you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Dooley.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you.
To finally meet you. Okay. So all the stuff that I could have done, they don't remember. Even though I've... Alright. Yeah.
So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm just teasing. Actually, and it still feels...
Small dialogue changes depending on who you interacted with, what you did in the final loop. That makes sense.
After religion, quite enjoyable. Galerius and I are engaged and expecting.
How nice for
We've
you.
just bought a lovely villa in the countryside with room for a large family, and Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined.
Alright.
We're so thankful for what you did for us.
Have a good night, Mersh.
For all of us. Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact,
Yeah,
she's here
now that she's not in the underworld, I imagine she'd be doing a lot better.
See you at the wedding, I hope.
I don't care about Dooley. We do not need to have a conversation with him. That's fine. Horatius. Yup, the soldier. Okay.
Hi there, I'm Horatius.
Hi,
I
Horatius.
understand we have you to thank for giving us a second chance at life, and reuniting Scintilla with us as well. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm living up north and studying in the military academy in Modena. I'm going to be an officer one day. The world's changed a lot, but some things stay the same. Would you believe we're still studying military tactics from my time? Alexander the Great, Caesar, Hannibal Barca. Still, I have to keep challenging myself to let go.
As Seneca wrote, yup. Still the amateur philosopher.
The ones who pioneered our paths aren't our masters, but our guides. Ah, you remembered that. Thank you. I grieved for a time, but that's done. In the words of Epictetus, as those who rode behind triumphant generals remind them they are mortal, remind yourself your precious one isn't one of your possessions, but something given for now, not forever. Thanks.
Well said.
He's not my... Oh, I see what you did there. Good one. He
Good
had more
one.
trouble adapting than most.
Yeah, it's believable.
He got himself disqualified from the UFC.
Disqualified from the UFC. Great.
Sport tournament, like we had in Rome.
That seems kind of
Suppose it
illegal.
appealed to people's baser instincts. And they say he made some good coin, killing a bunch of men like that. But his luck finally ran out, and his life along with it. You know what they say. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
They do say that, don't they?
You're not wrong.
Well, good to see you again, Horatius.
Oh well.
Hey,
Hello.
I take it you're the Oracle. Thanks for coming.
Okay, so this is another dialogue that would be different if I'd interacted with literally anybody in that final
Actually,
loop.
I changed my name to Cynthia. I didn't want to be associated with Sentius after what happened.
Probably for the
I'm
best.
not sure if you heard, but after you drove Pluto off, Proserpina emerged from the Great Temple.
Whoa, I hadn't
She
heard.
knew right away what none of us had figured out about that psychopath. He'd been keeping my little sister locked up in the upper cistern all that time.
Well, I tried to tell you, but
he's
then
been dealt with. He's
Sentius broke things.
You know what? The important thing is we'll never see him again.
Oh, that's good.
Anything I want. I'm a woman of means in a vast new world. I can go wherever and do whatever I please.
Oh, how lucky
Of
for
course,
you.
I mostly just stay in my villa and have my servant Alexa summon things for me.
Oh, my
Because it's
servant
just awful out
Alexa.
there. Barbarians everywhere.
Yeah, we're all barbarians.
He's still there, all alone. The last golden statue in the underworld.
Ah, couldn't have happened to a nicer man.
Trapped in a metal shell, slowly losing his mind until the end of time. Eternal torment. Just what he deserves, if you ask me. Then I suppose he got his wish. You too. See you around.
Hello, Lucretia. Actually a reasonable name for a person in
You're
these
here.
days?
It's nice to finally meet you.
As opposed to, like, Galerius?
Lucy is fine.
Lucy,
I'm making
sure.
an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone.
That's accurate.
Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So, I'm studying to get into medical school. As
Lucy.
much as I resented the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive, when it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly? Why? If it's begrudging, why? Alright, whatever. You know, you do whatever you feel like you need to do, I guess.
Oh, she didn't make it.
Oh!
She died from poison while you were in the Great Temple.
That's right, because I didn't have Galerius fix things. I should have had Galerius fix
She was
things.
a good woman and a friend. It wasn't your fault. Decius is to blame. He's here somewhere too. Not that anyone would talk to him.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
I'm not even sure how he got invited. You too. Don't be a stranger.
I will probably be a stranger, all things considered.
Hey.
What's up? We've already talked. Yep, minus one person I get to talk to. Ah, look at that outfit. Looking good.
Must be the legendary Oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am Georgius. I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades.
That's a bigger change than what you got. Yeah, right? That's kind of a big deal. Yulia's just not here.
I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years.
Yep, Fabia didn't make it either because she went to hide in the shrine.
Once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there.
You sent Galerius on the errands in the last loop? Yep.
Faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld, and one.
It is a story.
Ah, the poor sweet thing. Perished in a shrine collapse before the rest of us were saved.
Yep, Fabia's not there.
It is the one
Does that mean the assassin is in here? Wow! He might be.
You too, my friend.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say to these people, do I? Ah, Diogenes lived.
Everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. We have. I'm sorry.
Philip.
Don't
Okay.
remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century.
Worst possible ending for, yeah. I literally engaged the minimum possible with people, and it shows. It shows.
I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again.
Nice bow tie.
My sincere thanks once again.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say to these people, because we didn't interact much.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Oh, I didn't even trigger the Opia suicide thing either, so we never had that conversation? Fascinating.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last pagan god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you.
So all of these people except for Galerius just never met me.
What you did was
Fascinating.
extraordinary, and I'll never forget.
Except Sentius, who is not here, which, good.
I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber. Not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor.
Understandable, given what you went
I
through.
spent a lot of time reflecting on what I could have done differently. I couldn't shake the feeling that if I just found the right words, he'd still be with us today.
Well, you would have to have known a lot about his
I decided to
situation.
devote the rest of my life to helping
But
others.
yes, actually, you could have saved him.
So I'm told, and I know that rationally. Maybe someday I'll believe it too.
Yeah, all of this is very different than it could have been had I done any kinds of interactions with people.
And you. Oh, and I hope this isn't too forward, but some of us are going out for a drink after this, if you'd like to join us.
Can make that happen.
Wonderful. I'll see you soon.
This is Claudia, who I barely... Oh no, it's Livia.
Greetings. Thank you for your kind words and...
Must have interacted with everyone except the philosopher. That makes
liberating us
sense.
all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium.
What about the Judeo-Christian god? Oh, well, that one's not real, so it's okay.
I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while. At least until I'm well enough to be independent again.
Well, that's good.
Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe. I think I may have found a kindred spirit.
Yeah, that's about right.
Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence. And you, farewell, friend.
Some soiree, innit?
Can I just not talk to Dacius? I think I'm just gonna not talk to Dacius. Oh yeah, Kabosh is here.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
Do I forgive him for trying to kill me?
You know my name. Oh, of course.
You are an oracle.
You know many things.
I know many things. It's true. I do know many things.
From that case, and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous. For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many
Adventures are good.
from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think it is time I had some fun.
Huh.
Indeed. Thank you, Oracle.
Hello there. Oh, I go by Gabriella now.
It's probably
I didn't want to
fire.
be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name.
Gabriella, you got
After
it.
you drove Pluto off, Proserpina came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him. Don't worry, nobody.
I mean, I kind of did. I should have said the other thing. I didn't realize. I just clicked the top thing without thinking about it.
I'm living by myself on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's something Ulpius and I used to talk about doing on
Oh, she doesn't have Ulpius. No, that's so sad. That's so sad.
I don't know what I'm doing. And it's just not the same without him. Mostly, it just reminds me he's gone. Oh, it's hardly your fault.
It kind of is my fault.
I'll be
I
alright.
could have fixed this.
In time. Thanks. You too.
It's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Have you? Who? From whom would you have heard anything about me?
I wanted to thank you personally for getting us out of there.
It's true, I did. Everything is awful because I didn't spend the 10 seconds to tell Galerius to fix people's problems.
I'm studying to be an architect again and living in a beautiful flat in Rotterdam, just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are.
That's about right.
You too. If you're ever in the Netherlands, I'd be happy to show you around. It's the least I could do.
Yeah, alright. Well, that was certainly an experience.
Evening.
Evening indeed. Everybody could be so much happier. Everybody could be so much less traumatized. If only. If only. Yeah, this is a big room. Is that the direction you're supposed to be facing, Mr. Thinker? Still don't know what the object is for. Nergal, the Fierce One. Hello again, Al.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Oh, is Karen still around? Oh. Proserpina.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long
Fascinating.
time. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention.
Well, here's the thing, right? Without my intervention, that was gonna be the last group of people in there anyway, because they were out of coins. So what would Hades have done at that point? Pluto, I guess. Whatever he was going by. Like, he'd have just... Like, he'd have just screwed off at that point anyway, right? He couldn't win the bet, so he would have, yeah, gilded them all and gone home. But since he couldn't win the bet, he would have had to have left Proserpina here. Or he would have just stayed out here without anything to manage and just hung out. So, I mean, I guess she wouldn't have been free. She still would have been trapped the same way that she was previously trapped, right? Yeah, so I think we know what would have happened without my intervention. They'd all have still been trapped. They'd all have been gilded, and Proserpina may or may not have been able to go free once he left without her. I guess we don't know. All right.
Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected.
That's about right.
I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day, and as a veteran soldier he had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that he could, in effect, prolong his own life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him, and there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We were all fortunate you came along when you did.
I had something that I wanted to say, and then I got distracted by the time loop shenanigans. Oh yeah, goddess of the cycle of life and rebirth. But that just means that she's an alien with technology powers, right? An alien with technology powers specifically related to the cycle of life and rebirth? Like, why do all of these aliens have their own unique power sets? Don't they just all have access to the same technology? So, like, all of them should know what a time loop looks like. Presumably. But I guess they don't realize that it's happening, because the moment anything obvious in the time loop happens, the time loop restarts, and none of them are aware, except for Sentius, because he created the time loop, and me, because I'm the one who's looping. Pluto jumped straight to here's how a paradox works. Did he? I mean, once I told him that I was looping, he understood what happened, right? I don't know.
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way.
Pretty disillusioned with your partner?
Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind.
Charon also just got left behind. Wow. Sad story.
I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day. And you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the
Not
city?
like I could forget them.
Good, because they remember you.
Are they all ungilded?
Well done, my friend.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Return to the underworld in return. And I came close to achieving
I
it.
see. I see. Oh, good.
Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
Achievement unlocked. Ending 4 of 4. Never did get ending 3, though. So there's still work to do. Yeah, I wanted to get ending 3 before I did this, but... Kickstarter supporters, that seems likely. Oh. No, I'm okay. I'm not gonna click any of these buttons. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna look up the achievement. That was gonna be, like, the next thing I did. I want to see what other achievements I didn't get. There's a lot of them, jeez. So there's 6 hidden achievements still. Ending 3 is the ones that got away. Interesting. There's an achievement for stealing 2,000 coins after the golden rule is broken. That's fine. Law-abiding citizen. Finish the game without looping through time once. Minimalist. Reach the best ending with the smallest number of loops. I don't know what number that would be. Silver tongue. Talk your way through every possible confrontation. Lie 10 times is an achievement? Fascinating. What if I view the hidden achievements? They are allergic, striker, dead shot, callous, kleptomaniac, probably steal a sufficient number of times, the oracle. Okay. I don't know how many of those make much sense to me, or I'm worried about trying to figure out what they actually are. Some of them require a new playthrough. Yeah, I'm sure. For example, looping the minimum number of times to get ending 4 seems like it would require a new game, for sure. The ones that got away. My method of escape still requires going through Scintilla. Huh. Silver tongue also takes another playthrough? I'd believe that. Since there is certain interactions I didn't talk my way out of. Yeah, I did talk my way through Kabosh and Nevia. If I talk Pluto down, that might be it. I suppose. Honestly, if I'm going to talk Pluto down again, just to see, like, the better version of the ending, I'm going to do it in a way that lets me save everybody and interact with people, so that I have more to build off of in that final ending. But that's not a high priority for me, I don't think. Like, yeah, there's more dialogue to see, and people could be left in a better state, but I'm not sure that I care enough about that. The ones that got away. So that has to do with escape, almost assuredly. What are the ending... Okay, what are the other ones that I've already gotten, though? If I look at my list of achievements. What is ending 2? Ending 4 is the canon ending. Ending 2 is the one that got away. Ending 3 is the ones that got away. Okay. So maybe there's a way to save not only Scintilla, but also at least one other? Maybe Ulpius? Okay. So I think I need the key. Which means I need to start this loop over. And go through getting Galerius elected again. And then get the key off of Dooley, which I missed getting before. It's a good thing I caught it. All right, let's trigger the gilding. Yeah, I didn't get the key the second time.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I got kleptomaniac. Lucky. Yeah, I figured this had to happen eventually, right? I've stolen enough times. Hello? He appears to be stalled for some reason. Is he stuck behind, like, one of the statues? He's just running up against one of the statues. The statue doesn't care. I guess they don't shoot at Sentius. Okay, sure. Alright, buddy. You've got some work to do.
Salve, friend.
Why, you've taken on a gladiator and lost.
Oh.
Alright, you've got some stuff to do. Go do it. Thank you. I guess I got shot a couple of times too many. Don't I heal? I thought I was supposed to heal. It doesn't look like I have healed. I'm healing some, but not all. I guess it's healing slowly. It is going, though. Alright, it's still going. Good. Alright, what do I need to do other than that thing? Is there anything else that I need to do here? I could go talk to people. Not that I think that's super relevant. Once I have the cistern key, then we need to go through a loop saving Ulpius's life and tell him about Scintilla. And then he can come with me to the cistern. And we can resolve things that way. Maybe. Maybe. That's a save. Probably because the assassin is about to get trashed. Oh, Octavia's not up here. Why is Octavia not up here? And my plaques are permanently gone. Interesting. Oh, you're down here. What are you doing here, Octavia? What are you up to?
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
I'm doing fine. What are you up to?
That's good, in a sense. If you're well, we've all... I still don't have any of the answers. Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying I have, I couldn't in good conscience give it to you.
Ah. This is a dialogue that I didn't see before because it didn't matter.
What you're doing is disgusting, and it's not going to work. Shame on you.
Oh, okay.
Please keep... There was a... Even if I had...
Alright then. Well, goodbye. You, that was a lot of whiplash back and forth. The like, oh, you're disgusting, and it's a shame that you're leaving. How do they justify the plaque staying on the obelisk after the loops? No idea. They shouldn't. They should just put it back in your inventory each time. But I guess they can't really do that either. So, there's no good answers. 0 good answers. No answers are good. Yeah, there's so much money lying around that doesn't belong to anybody. Safe to steal. Ulpius is looking busy. It's a paradox. It's a paradox. What do I want to do here other than let Galerius do the thing? Is there a thing I want to do that's not just have Galerius finish the thing? Not really. Right?
Salve.
Salve, friend. I wonder if I could talk to Dooley and convince Dooley not to take stuff.
Hello? Hello?
Kind of.
Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking
Oh,
at
he
it.
still has it. Oh, okay.
But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
Huh, that would be sad.
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, and you.
Wow, Shadowed Mage. I'm not planning on getting ending 4 again, but yes, I could do that.
Like, I don't think he likes me.
No, I don't think he likes you either.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem
My friend
like...
Hannibal, he said, he gave, all I remember is he said, now nobody looks after me.
Yeah, it's sad for you.
Go. Go. My friend, he said, oh, no.
Alright. It doesn't seem like there's any way
Bye-bye.
to get him to not just take shiny things.
Hello.
No, I'll be going now. Bye. So I guess he's just going to take shiny things.
Salve.
It somehow.
Really? That's...
Salve indeed. Where is Equitia? Or have we already done the thing now? Hi, Galerius. Looks busy. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm waiting for Malleolus to tell Domitius that he's, done. Waiting for other people to finish their conversations. There's a lot of conversations to finish here. But this is going to take a bit. Okay, so I want to follow Ulpius around and see if I can have a conversation with Ulpius about going into the Upper Cistern. I probably can't because I think I need the key, but I'm going to follow Ulpius around for a bit anyway and see where he ends up because I don't know where he's going, so I don't know how to find him later. Maybe he's got a place down with everybody else? Walk faster. 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 Go. Go. Walk faster. Go. Move. Move. Faster. Go. Probably not winning any points by trying to shove Ulpius around, huh? Can I just talk to you, actually? Are you busy? I guess we could just talk.
Shalom, friend.
Shalom indeed.
Well, neither of us have a couple of out. Obliged, of course. Thanks.
I think I've been through this.
Galerius. I don't. But even if I did, I'm not going anywhere. I have unfinished business.
What is your unfinished business? Okay, so this sounds like a thing where if I came with the cistern key, I might have an extra dialogue.
All right, friend.
Which means now is the time.
Salve again for how? Ah, good one. But seriously, how did you know? You're a Sisyphus was a Greek king. He was forcing him to stop. Actually, Tantalus was made. Oh, and
at least you're not stuck in the underworld.
Anyway, I don't know. So, and I'm in the running for magistrate. Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Oh, and if our conversations...
Yeah. Alright, Equitia. Let's get this show on the road.
A new face.
Oh! I have dialogues about the Great Temple. That's fun.
You did? I'm impressed. What did you find in there?
Huh.
What? Sumerian? as in east of the Euphrates, where Babylon is.
That's cool. More dialogues. What is going on here?
Ancestors built over the Greeks' temple, copied their religion, and changed their god's name from Hades to Pluto.
Yeah, correct.
The Greeks had done much the same thing to the Egyptians.
Correct.
And the Egyptians had done the same things to the Sumerians before them.
Correct. But if you tell Kabosh that, he'll be mad at you.
And I've spent my whole life serving a goddess who may well have been a copy of a copy of a copy. It's
Correct.
no wonder I never felt like my prayers to Vesta were answered. All that time. Who was I even talking to? Did I even know her name?
I mean, nobody knows their names. They're pretty quiet.
I see. That is a lot to take in. I think I would like to be alone now, if you don't mind.
Sorry, all the gods are fake. But now I have something resembling proof that all the gods are fake. Wait, does that mean that you're not willing to do the election thing?
Arve again. Did you find what you need?
Okay, we can still converse. Good. Let's do the election thing.
Completed by dusk. It'll be why. As I. Well, I wouldn't describe impatience as a good reason exactly.
No?
Yes.
I think impatience is a great reason. But, okay. We can do it your way. As long as I'm waiting here, I'm going to grab some money, like usual. You know, I never did anything with the golden eggs. I think I still have them in my inventory, right? In addition to regular goose eggs, bunch of goose eggs, I also have golden goose eggs. These look valuable. Oh, I could probably take them to Dacius. Huh. I know. I should have tried that. I should have tried selling him to Dacius. But, not like he's willing to talk now. We're kind of in the middle of something. Maybe someday. I guess if I wasn't aware of all the many other ways to make money in this game, I could be selling golden goose eggs to Dacius. Once a loop. It's fascinating that nobody's ever realized that the statues can turn their heads. I guess I'm the only one who pays attention to this stuff. Which is weird, because I'm not normally the kind of person who pays attention to stuff.
Citizens, we have a
Hope I got this right. You're Sentius.
to elect the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. No, it's still gonna be fine.
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius.
What's up? Oh, they sure do look busy, don't they? Do I want to know about the golden goose eggs? Sure.
Ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote.
It seems like the kind of thing I would either show to... Oh, I might be able to show them to the philosopher. I don't know that I talked to the philosopher after I had golden goose eggs. But it feels like the kind of thing I should be able to show someone.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
I'm just gonna run around and do laps until they figure out what's going on.
Galerius.
Whee!
Citizens, you have made your decision.
Literally jumping over Equitia's head. I bring a lot of gravitas to this ritual. Give him to Dacius instead of the 1,000 coins for the Sylphium resin. Ah, okay.
This isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes
Magistrate
I want to make around
Galerius,
here.
yep.
But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Hey, Sentius.
Almost as if you're trying to extend my lifespan.
I mean, kind of?
Blood Galerius won. He deserved it.
Yeah. Magistrate Galerius looks kind of busy, doesn't he?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
It gladdens my heart that Galerius set poor Dooley free. I will cherish this moment.
For a little bit you'll cherish the moment. Not for a lot, though.
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georges I said you could have some new clothes.
How about
Then
you just
I
hang
want
out
you to
here,
go
actually?
home and rest. I'll
You,
speak with you soon, Dooley.
we need you to stick around here, actually.
Salve, friend. I wanted to say...
Yeah, no problem.
Well, now that I've had Dooley freed, I'm not sure. To be honest, I didn't really have much of a...
Oh, crap!
Oh.
All right.
Hello.
I'll be going. I gotta talk to Julie first. Whew.
Hello.
I am the newcomer. That's me.
Oh, thank you. You're a big...
You're welcome.
You can have my shine. And
Thank
maybe
you.
you can help me. My friend Hannibal, but before that, he gave me a key to... Please help me.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Now I have the key. I'm definitely going to remember this. Alright, where's Galerius? Can I get him to stop the thing that is currently happening? I think the thing is just gonna... Come back.
Salve again, my... No.
Now that you're magistrate... Work on the farm... I don't think I'll be going now.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, they almost got me that time. Alright, so now I have the key. I'm wondering what my best approach for this is. Magistrate for barely a few minutes. Yeah, it wasn't really a lot going on here. So maybe we have Galerius do everything except Ulpius, and I'll go talk to Ulpius?
Salve. Oh.
Yulia's dying, help her. Rufius. Stop Fabia. And I'll deal with Ulpius. Is Ulpius already up here? Let's find out. Maybe I needed to go to the... Maybe I need to go into the upper cistern before... no, that's probably not right. I know that Scintilla's there. Maybe I can convince Scintilla that I can bring Ulpius in? Hey, buddy. Salve. I'm just gonna go
This is how it ends.
and talk to Ulpius.
No.
Real quick.
No.
Just for a hot second.
Oh, P.S. What are you... What?
Why do you...
I know. Please,
I'm sorry.
please, help.
Okay.
You know...
I do know about that.
Well, you don't understand. It's too... If I backed out now... Oh, really?
Yeah, she's gonna be
Dead
fine.
Bond. Yulia and I are in debt bondage to Malleolus. We might as well be slaves. And that's how much it will take to buy our freedom back. Oh, I am out.
Oh!
Wherever you are.
That didn't work out well.
My love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
I've been through this before, and I've done it right, but... Alright, well... We'll try that again. I'm gonna talk to Centilla first, though. I'm gonna talk to Centilla here. Make sure this works the way I think it does. Seems to be working. Updated lead. Heart of Gold. Long since over. Okay.
You.
Okay.
What?
We've had this conversation before.
Are you going to let me go or not? What? No. You can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless? I hate you. I spit on you. I hope Dis drags you to Tartarus.
Alright, so nothing new is there, but also Ulpius isn't alive. Wait, does she have the key to this? Okay, well. We need to go trigger the loop again. I still want to be the one talking to Ulpius. I think. But maybe I'll quick save before I do that again. Hello? This seems bad. I've got my flashlight out. Oh no, there's my flashlight. Okay, never mind. All right, everything's gonna be fine. All right, let's try and leave now. Let's try and leave. That loading screen really messed me up. It's so dark in here. Okay, everything's fine. Huh. All right. Time to get ourselves in some trouble and start the loop over. And as long as I'm here, let's get a little bit of extra money for the cause. Yeah, that wasn't as... I thought something was horrifically wrong there. But it turns out it was just a normal wrong, not horrifically wrong. It was just dark. Oh, right. Yeah, this isn't gonna... Huh! Do you think I could just, like, jump on her head? It's too bad these statues don't have any kind of helpful collision. Look, I just want the $4,000 that's in the crate behind you. Is that too much to ask for?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, how many times have I stolen Horatius's money specifically now? I feel like most of my thefts has been Horatius's money, because his is the easiest situated for getting to the shrine. Whispers an inaudible prayer. Yeah, the quick save and quick load might have been useful, actually. Alright, you go save everybody's life except Ulpius. Again. And we're gonna try this one more time, this time with slightly better preparation. You know, this is, for all that this is mostly like an information-based game, there's still a lot of things that you have to do in order to get stuff in order. I'd be interested to see what a speedrun of this game looks like. Because it feels like you could do it all fairly quick once you knew what you had to do. This seems like a good place to quick load. Or quick save, rather. Run some big saves here.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no.
That...
Alright, let's chat. She's gonna be fine. Can I do this and then I see?
So, do you have the money or not?
Is there a way to save him without giving them the money? Do I want to test it? I can always load.
Exactly. Nobody does. And even if they did, they're not going to help us. I am out.
Okay.
Wherever you are.
Bad news,
Scintilla,
everybody.
my love.
I have to have the money in order to save him directly.
No.
That's a save. Alright, well, let's recover from the previous save.
I can't
then.
believe he went through with it.
So this should be at the corner of the temple before that happened. That thing that just happened. Good. Alright, so yes, I have the money, and I don't need to ask you questions about why you need the money.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no.
I don't know why I needed to do it this way. I'm trying to get ending 3. I'm not super interested in trying to do weird ending 4 shenanigans, but I do want to try and shoot Pluto in the face. So I might go back in there for other reasons.
Stuck for the rest of my life. Well, if... Oh, that would...
Lucretia's fine. I do
Really?
have the money.
You'd... It seems to... Thank you. Thank you.
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus, and...
Alright, so now we have confirmation that Ulpius is alive. I urinated into Malleolus's villa from above and got away with it. Wow. Okay. So now that Ulpius is alive, maybe I can talk to Ulpius? We're going to try talking to Ulpius first. And if that doesn't work out, we'll try talking to Scintilla. Of course, we've got to find out where Ulpius is. Presumably he's going to talk to Yulia. So let's go down there. Oh, jeez. Scared the crap out of me. Bad jump.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana.
We're free. Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
The newcomer arranged it somehow.
That's me,
Really?
newcomer.
That's incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
Very slight changes in the dialogue, depending on how things go.
Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
All right, so let's talk, buddy. We got to talk about Centella.
I don't. But even
It doesn't give me a new thing here. Okay.
it's
Fair enough.
well, a blood. You mean, but that's every.
All right, so this is all the same.
A lot. Thank.
I'm not getting anything out of him here.
Welcome.
Finally, some relief.
Hi, Yulia.
I hope you're coping.
Where are you going, actually? What do you do with your time when you're alive? Have I ever had a conversation
Sorry.
with you here?
Was there something? No, but all right.
So now if I go talk to Centilla, maybe there'll be some dialogue option there? And I can bring Ulpius with me? It feels like there's got to be more to this somehow. Alright, those doors are unlocked. That's good. Should save again? Alright, I'm saving. Probably a good call.
Who are you? Did he send you?
Did he send you?
Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back. What? What? I hate.
Okay, so this doesn't change anything.
There's no time. What?
Okay. So now that I've gone through the what if I round everybody up option, that was a button that I could select that's different. That completely dark room is such a... that's a pain. So now I can just go talk to people? So close to clicking on that the first time I was here. Oh, God. Yeah, right?
What you did was extraordinary. I don't... If that doesn't work... I hope it...
Wait, what did she say?
I'm afraid not. I don't put a...
Oh, that. Okay.
Oh, I see. Ah.
Who can I... Wait, how do I get everybody together? What if... Hang on. It's not giving me a quest thing for it. Who can I get together? Yulia wants out, for sure.
Oh. No. But...
I feel like I should have dialogues with people. What's going on here? Well, let's start with Ulpius. Ulpius will definitely give me something new, right?
Citizen.
Big unfortunates if he doesn't.
Shalom.
What, really?
I don't. You mean...
Oh, come on!
Alright, friend.
Did I screw something up? I must have screwed something up.
Alright.
Is this not gonna work? You have a guess? Well, I can't talk to Sentius. Also, Sentius isn't gonna help. I could maybe talk to Sentia about it? But we need to do so in a way that doesn't trigger Sentius. What else could it be? I'm gonna save before I make this conversation.
Oh, I wish. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not what I wanted.
The many.
Load. You know the answer, so you know it's a spoiler. Oh, great. I guess I could go talk to Sentilla again?
Keep an eye out for Sentilla, would you?
Would it be Aquitia? Would Aquitia do it? Maybe Aquitia knows about it. Aquitia has like the most power to actually round people up, doesn't she?
Oh my. Let's see. We don't have Herc, Sissy, and so.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I've found a way to escape.
Then why are you still here?
The path will result in the deaths of nearly everyone here, and I don't want that. Okay.
I see. Then it seems
That's
you've
new.
made a great sacrifice for all of us, friend. I admire your compassion. Truly. Thank you. But unfortunately, I'm afraid your only other option will be to confront you know who.
Crap. I really thought that was going to be the chain that led me to a different thing.
It's a reason.
Okay, am I in the right place? Direct question. Am I in the right place? Do I need to talk to Equitia about getting this resolved? Or do I need to be somewhere else right now? Not Equitia? God damn it.
May Fortuna guide you. Although
Alright, well, the next person who gets stuff done is Galerius. So let's go talk to Galerius. Maybe this is a thing Galerius is willing to get stuff done for me. Or maybe it just has to be on a new loop again? That would suck too. Ulpius we've already determined is useless. Salve, friend.
Salve again, friend. How is...
Okay. Thanks,
Anytime,
Galerius.
friend. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Oh, and...
Indeed, may fortune smile upon us all.
Well, as much as I'd love to, but Sentilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out.
She did!
If
She
anyone
did!
knows for sure,
She
it'd be
did!
Sister Sentia,
She
but
did!
she'd never tell the likes of me.
She did. She did. She did. She did. She did. Okay. This is unhelpful. You are remarkably unhelpful.
All right, friend.
God, do I just have to go down the list of all the people that I never talked to and talk to them all again? Alright. What about Livia? Livia has opinions on us living in the underworld. Maybe she'll... Where the hell am I? Where does this go? And these caves are so... This is to the Christian hideout, right? Which, not really where I need to be. No, it's the shack. Which is also towards the Christian hideout. This is the... Why am I here? Okay.
Cerberus lifts his triple
Yeah,
head and lets out his threefold braying.
No, we know, we know.
Would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
Bloodless shadows. Yeah, I got it.
Just as the ocean
Yep.
Say it. Then I thought I understand. And now we share a secret.
Okay. So that's one thing. Not sure if it's helpful. Galerius for Magistrate. I would rather drink Illyria's special brew. Boy, this is really not working out well, is it? Well, Galerius wouldn't be Magistrate in this loop anyway, because he doesn't have a Galerius save. Ulpius. So Ulpius is going to vote for Sentius, which will tie. Galerius himself wrote that reply, maybe. This worked out okay. That's cool. I could just start another loop and maybe have Galerius. I wonder if Galerius gives, if I give Galerius an option at that point to round up everybody.
See you again soon.
Do I have to go talk to Scintilla again before dialogue? I'm going to talk to Scintilla again one more time. And then I'll start a new loop and see if I have an option right at the beginning from Galerius.
Be careful who you trust.
Yeah, there's some untrustworthy people around for sure. Man, the loading in order to get into the cisterns is a problem, too.
You're back.
Once the golden rule is broken. Oh, okay. How do I do that, though?
No time. Wait. What? It's no use. You'll make...
Once the golden rule has been broken, okay, that's fine. But we need to have everybody gathered up, right? How do I gather everybody up? That doesn't seem to be an option. Oh, I can't make this jump because... because that water's shallow. Sentius doesn't want to talk to me. I don't necessarily think that Malleolus or Domitius are going to help out in this particular case. Equitia can't help. Galerius can't help. who can help.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
How come you're allowed a weapon and Malleolus isn't?
Yeah, I know.
When Malleolus wins the election,
I see.
what?
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Magistrate. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to be elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone.
Roman
Look,
plaque.
if I had.
Fair enough. So I can still get him to withdraw from the election, but that's not really what I'm looking for right now. I don't know that it'll make much of a difference. I mean, I could do it.
Oh. I'll let there.
Maybe once this is done, something will change?
Shalom.
I own non-black t-shirts? I do. And, I kind of need to wear non-black t-shirts because of the, insufficient lighting in my room. Who else could I talk to? It's not going to be Sentius. I guess everybody could be gathered up in the tavern near the end of the day.
Priestess, Malleolus has decided to withdraw from the election.
Oh, well, that's surprising. But thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
Quick save talk, person quick load. How does that help, though? Like, the problem is not navigating dialogues correctly, I think. I think the problem is finding out who to talk to. It's not like I am going through,
Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will
like, it's not like I'm committing to any course by talking to people that I can't go back from. It's... I just need to figure out how to get people together. Hello, Fabio. I haven't talked to you in a while.
I'm just saying. All right.
Well... This is weird. This is weird. If I talk to... I can't even talk to Sentius anymore. Like, talking to Sentius doesn't do anything. That's true. There is the Hermit. I haven't thought about talking to the Hermit. And I don't think Kabosh will do anything. Kabosh doesn't seem involved really in anything. Ave.
I thought I told you to get
Yeah.
out of my
Sentius doesn't do
I'm
anything.
bored.
I guess I haven't thought about talking to the philosopher in a while. We could talk to the philosopher.
Keep an eye
That's
out for
quite an
Santella, would you?
impressive bow you have there.
Just like Diana's. Yeah, what are the odds? Do I think this is gonna get me anywhere? Kind of feel like it won't. But, stranger things have happened.
Come and join me
everybody.
Hello, friend.
Welcome.
We've had this conversation before. You're going to explain that the exertion of power required to create utopia will always result in tyranny.
I was indeed.
I was indeed.
Have we? I'm sure I would have remembered. Blessed Lisa, am I losing my memory? Oh, that's a relief. For a moment, I thought it was I who was touched by madness.
Wow, what a pointed phrasing. Oh, I can I can ask him for advice on how to talk down the god of the underworld. That's
I
cool.
assume you're asking me this as some kind of amusing hypothetical? Extraordinary. Then let me see if I can help you. I suppose first I'd want to gather information. I'd want to know about his reasons for imposing the Golden Rule and what he considers a sin. If I could expose some
Yeah, we didn't end up going all the way through the dialogue trees. There were more dialogues that could have happened.
I might be able to compel him to change his position. But as a philosopher, the saddest truth I ever learned is that all but the most enlightened opponents are more easily swayed by appeals to emotion than by reason. So the easiest path would be to find his emotional susceptibility and exploit it. If he was vain, I might try to flatter him. If he was merciful, I would try to evoke pity. As a
This
last
is a good
resort,
line.
I might figure out what he fears losing above all else, and if I could, threaten to take it away. Though, of course, that could easily go awry.
And it has.
Now, go quickly while my words are still fresh in your memory.
I still want to talk to you though.
To see you again.
Did you find what you need? Yeah, sure.
Huh. I enjoy.
All right. Well, that was some cool dialogues, but not as expected. Not what I was looking for. What am I missing? There must be some action I haven't taken. And maybe that action is talking to the right person. And I don't know who the right person is. I feel like I've kind of talked to... I feel like I've talked to everybody who could be relevant in trying to round the people up. So I haven't talked to everybody. There's more people I could talk to, but none of the remaining people that I can talk to feel relevant.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the... Hello there, friend. Are you... I'm afraid some people...
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back, though.
Sure does.
Very well.
Dacius is right behind me. With a dagger. Alright, well, let's try Georgius. Our old friend Georgius.
Greetings. I'm I must ask, have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh. Aha. Of course.
You are witty. Alright, so I have heard this story.
I admire your enthusiasm, my friend, but please allow me to explain why this is inadvisable. There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice saying the entire city, and that, tragically. So it's...
Alright, so I've heard that. That's fine.
Oh, as you wish.
That doesn't help. Alright. Hey, Virgil. Let's chat.
Ah, and you... I hear... You... There are much... But once... Oh, say... But...
Nope. None of that looks like it's going to lead to anything relevant. Maybe Lucretia? Almost fell through the world there. I gotta be careful.
I wish some people here need proper medical. Just. Sure. How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing
This is
more
a
than
dialogue
that,
I
I'm
hadn't
afraid.
gone through, I guess.
Do you really want to know? I mean.
Alright.
I just. Oh no, there
It
was
is
one,
definitely
but
not normal.
Well, she
Oh,
used
have
to
I
be
not done this
pretty-
before?
She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest.
Oh, I've definitely listened to this
What?
before.
This changes everything, she kept saying. The last time I saw her, and then she shut her. She's been gone so, but I really wish I could reach her, because one of my patients, he's become so, I just... You did? That? I have...
Oh, she's giving me more Willowbark. Okay, cool. What do you know so far? I've gotten endings 1, 2, and 4, Sainiku. So I'm trying to figure out how to get other people to escape with me.
Thank...
And I'm trying to navigate the incredibly large tree of dialogues to figure out what my next super finicky step is.
Trust. Oh. No.
But nobody wants to talk about Centella anymore.
All
And if I talk about a way out, nothing new is in any of the dialogues. And I've already been explicitly told that Equitia is not the answer. Alright, so I think I'm on waiting for everybody to gather up in the tavern. Or triggering the election, which will gather up some people. I mean, the tavern is also gathering up some people, right? It's not everybody. It doesn't look like clicking that dialogue on Centella really changed anything. It's a decent chunk of money. Who's left? I guess I haven't talked to Rufius. But, like, what do I think Rufius is gonna do?
No idea. What? That was Galerius, not you. Oh. He got that from you?
Oh, right, we do know that Rufius is Christian, so he might be able to help me get the plaque.
I
Not
have
that
seen that plaque.
I,
Sorry, I lied. Can't be too careful these days. Head into the caves behind the theater.
Not that I need it, because I already have it, but, you know, whatever.
Oh, and here. You'll need this key.
Oh, Rufius gives me the key to the Christian hideout. That's cool. Thank you.
You didn't get that from me.
I sure didn't.
So you're
Alright, well that's another thing that I have now done in a way that I didn't need to do, but okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Really? I have this zipline right into Malleolus's place? That's a weird place to have it. Oh, that's not Malleolus's. That's Equitia. That's the other place. None of this is helpful. What am I doing wrong? Alright, you know what? This is stupid. Direct question, chat. What am I doing wrong? What is my next step? It's some weird, like, specific dialogue with somebody, and I can't figure out who, and none of the people that I think are relevant are relevant. What did I say I was going to do? Oh, start a new loop? And have Galerius do it? Okay. I didn't forget. I just thought that there might be another way. I didn't think that was gonna be it. I guess it'll be obvious once I get there, huh? I don't need to go that way. I need to go this way. Been screaming for the last 20 minutes. That sounds about right. Sounds about right. Alright, time to steal Horatius's money again.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Did I really? Oh, that must have been so frustrating for you folks. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies. And to think, if I had just clicked that dialogue last stream, this would have been available from the beginning and I wouldn't have had to think about it.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me?
Yep, it's right there. Quietly get everyone except Sentius ready to run into the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble.
That's a big ask.
Okay.
Something tells me you're not kidding.
I'm not, in
All right,
fact.
I'm gonna stick my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
Do your best, buddy. I'm gonna follow Galerius around before... Oh, he's not running now. He's just power walking.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue
Who does he get?
stone that always
He's not moving anywhere near as fast as he is when he has to save people's lives. Hi, Equitia. See you around. You just hanging out here? He looks busy. He does look pretty busy. Who are you gonna talk to?
Salve.
Salve. He doesn't look super busy. He looks like he's leaning against a wall waiting for something to happen. I don't know. It feels like he should talk to people, right? Like, people should talk to Galerius? And I maybe shouldn't trigger things before he has a way to talk to people?
Don't you just love springtime?
Sure. But, I guess I don't know. Does this mean that I need to save people's lives? Since I'm not having him do it? Alright, well, let's go save Yulia's life. That's an easy one.
What are you doing in here? She need... What? But how could you know she needed this exact medicine? And how did you even get it? I guess it doesn't matter. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself.
I have told a lot of
She might
lies
even
this
be able
game.
to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need.
I don't really need anything else, and I don't really have anything to say to you. So I guess we're done.
Thanks again for saving Yulia.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to help.
Salve.
Do we just assume that Galerius has talked to people, so now we break the rules and then go to the cistern? Or do I need to wait until the rules break via the election? Ulpius is still up here. We should probably save his life. Can always quick save and find out. That's true. I'm going to save people's lives first, and then we'll get to it. Although I'm also going to save here, because this dialogue is a little tricksy to navigate. Quick save. Not remembering how ending 2 went down. Oh, where she killed Sentius? Oh, that's true. She just kills Sentius, and then I teleport out.
You're taking care of yourself.
I mean, I guess killing Sentius is going to trigger the golden rule, and cause a paradox at the same time. It's just a matter of, like, I was under the impression that maybe Galerius needs to actually tell people.
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. What?
Well,
I can solve your problem.
Oh. Really?
Have some money?
You?
I'm trying to navigate this dialogue correctly.
I'll go.
Alright, and now I guess we could just try it and see what happens. That's maybe the best way to do it. Quick save. This is open. This is now open. Yeah, and I could never have done this without the key. The key needs to be an option, otherwise this wouldn't be open. Oh no, it would be open because Sentius comes here.
You. Do you know you're here? How did you know? Wait.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear that?
So it just
He's
happens.
here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Okay. Why would he be here, honestly? He never does during any of the other loops.
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have...
Yeah,
as long
this
as
we've seen before.
I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely. To cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods.
I don't think he did, actually, because in order to get the ending, we had to cause a time paradox. Which means that he wouldn't have actually gone through this dialogue. He knows that I know, like, he knows that I know that he knows. Right? Clearly can't drink the wine in front of him. But he doesn't know that I know about Scintilla until I tell it to him in an actual loop that he knows about. Which is... I guess I've done that, right? I've talked to... he does know in this one, actually. No, Senna's right. Because he remembers me talking to Scintilla about Sentia. No. He remembers me talking to Sentia about... I can never get the two straight. About Scintilla. And triggering the golden rule himself. And so that didn't end in a paradox. That ended in him porting me back. So he should know this, actually.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
It is a little bit on the outskirts of too complex.
Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
What does she do to him? Where does she find this fire? Does she have magic powers?
Suffer for the sins of the One.
Come on, we have to go. The others should be right behind us.
They should be.
What's happening to you? That light.
She sets his cape on fire? Yeah, but like how? Well, I suppose. Alright, and then the time paradox triggers here.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a... Well? Really? I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freedom.
Is this your first time seeing Al, Devonock?
Murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, Scintilla and a handful of other citizens managed to escape, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of this game. This game has been pretty good, actually.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, come again? Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it. I'm not following.
It's a little loose.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Presumably, there should be other portalers here. It wasn't just Al, right? Al wasn't the first person that he got. He mentioned other time loopers, right? People who aged themselves out of being in the time portal and died after living, you know, one day at a time. Or maybe it was just Al.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping a bunch of others to escape.
Might have been just Al.
A lot to take in. Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
This is pretty much the same ending. Not a lot of difference between what just happened here and what happened in ending 2. So far, yeah.
I'm gonna pause here. You go on.
But it's like, it's not like in ending 2 I ever met Scintilla. Don't forget to call out Karen, should I? We've been through those dialogues also. But okay.
You're back. But... why...
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions.
Yeah, she really doesn't answer all of the questions
You
that
can
I
just
would
call me
want.
Caroline, if you like. I do not enjoy that you died. My role as the most ask a wise decision. It means
Pluto said.
bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry.
Yeah, this is the same.
I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. And there was a tab, supposedly, my new friend. I know. How could you?
She left a tablet of her own. I think here.
Okay, so now I have Scintilla's
I don't know what
tablet.
became of you, or if you'll ever read this. But Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia, and I will never.
I don't see
forget
Galerius on that list.
Or what you did for us.
Oh,
It reminds us
okay.
that so many of our dear friends were not so fortunate, including Ulpius and Galerius, who heroically tried to rescue Dooley, but never made it back. But there is no point dwelling on what might have been. All we can do
Not
is
Yulia?
take this gift
I guess
you've
Yulia
given us
wasn't healthy.
and try to show others the same compassion you showed us. We promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
Okay.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first,
You two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Yeah, we could call me ready to go home. Alright, that is ending 3. Well, we've done it. That is all of the endings. Is there anything else I still want to try? I guess I could still try and talk down Pluto. That's a thought. CSD3 is not a bad idea for the rest of the night either. I don't know how much I care about trying to talk down Pluto. That is certainly a decision. Alright, well, regardless, I'm out of water, and I haven't taken a break yet, so this is probably a good opportunity to do that thing.